This dropshipping scam is hurting dropshippers everywhere, and it's making it extremely hard for anybody new to have a successful dropshipping business. What's going on? Braden here. So today's video is going to be a bit different than our other videos. The other day I caught on to a dropshipping scam that's really threatening dropshipping as a whole. It's threatening dropshippers everywhere. This scam, when I saw it, absolutely pissed me off, and it's making it extremely hard if you're new to this space to actually get into Shopify dropshipping and make quite a bit of money online, actually have a successful business. So today I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you exactly what this scam was. I'm going to show you the screenshots that I took, but then I'm actually going to tell you how to avoid this and how to actually get around this and how to actually have success on the other end. I'm going to give you those tips to help you out. But before we get into it, if you guys could please do me a huge favor, please help the engagement on this video. If you could, please go ahead and smash that like button. Make sure to hit subscribe if you haven't already. Definitely leave a comment down below. I answer all questions within the first hour of the video uploaded, and many times I make new videos based off the comments below. All right, so let's get into it. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show you exactly what this scam is. But one thing to note is there's been scams related to dropshipping for years now. You know, with online business, anything online business, there's gonna be scams that come along with it. And especially now, since dropshipping is getting so popular, many new people are getting into this space, you're also gonna have many bad people, unethical people get into the space as well. That's been one thing that's been normal. But when I actually saw this scam, this is now getting so prevalent that it actually is threatening dropshippers everywhere. So I was on Facebook the other night, and I went through and I actually saw all these ads of all these scams. I make sure to engage with most ads I see, especially product ads, so that Facebook identifies me as an engaged shopper. That way I can see all ads coming out in the future, whether it's dropshipping or not, to actually help me with my own product research. That's a little tip for you guys out there. If you don't do that, make sure to go ahead and at least look at, if not engage with ads, to go ahead and actually see dropshipping ads in the future. So I actually saw these ads, and one after another was a dropshipping scam. The first one that I saw that was obvious scam, obvious fraud is this one right here. And you can tell it's scam by just looking at the name of this page itself. Someone literally went through and just mashed their keyboard, and the comments showed people were essentially blaming Facebook, saying, how do you think we're this gullible that we're gonna shop from a store like this? Going on this one, in the description it says, challenge the lowest price, diverse species. And this one I actually clicked on because I was curious to see how bad the site would be. And it took me to a whole other site that had nothing to do with sunglasses. And that's when I knew to even stop clicking on these to look at them, because it could be really bad scams, just phishing for information, all of that. Right here, FTC Art of Cashmere. This one says scam, 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 do not. And it goes on spam reported. And a lot of the comments in all of these was reported, and that's going to get into how this is hurting all of us. But the thing is, this was super prevalent when I started clicking on these. I started getting hit with a scam over and over and over again, and then within the scam would be maybe one legitimate store, whether it be drop shipping or just a regular inventory held store. How this is actually hurting all of us is it's making people on Facebook get really, really fed up with essentially ads themselves. They're not wanting to actually shop and trust anything being sold from Facebook. This is also potentially going to hurt us if Facebook puts new rules in place that, you know, it makes it really hard for dropshippers to sell, or something else. I don't want to talk on that just because I've got some suspicions of what could actually happen, but since I don't know for sure, I'm not going to go ahead and put it out there. But a big thing is the people reporting. I saw people going through and saying they now report all ads. And the thing is too, other people in the comments were saying how much more prevalent this has been the last few weeks. You know, the thing is, I've seen scams on Facebook for a while now, but they're sporadic. You know, it's very, very few. They last very little amount of time. But now people all in the comments were like, how within the last month are we just all of a sudden being bombarded with these scams? How's Facebook not dealing with this? So now people were literally going through saying they report all ads. They just see an ad for a product and they're reporting it. How this actually hurts you is that's negative feedback on your ad. And negative feedback is one of the worst things for your ads. It'll destroy your ad performance very, very, very quickly. And then you got to go through, create a new ad, and eventually you'll need to create a new ad account. And it's just a huge, huge, huge headache. So this scam and these people that are doing this, these terrible people, unethical people, they're making it harder for dropshippers everywhere to get into this, because unless you have already a very well trusted store, all of that, it's making it very hard to just break into this space. Now, with that being said, there are ways to absolutely do this. I've got a lot of people I know that just within the last couple months are now making a lot of money with dropshipping, but they're doing things right. They're setting up the right foundation. So the first point that I have for you to help you out to avoid this, to actually be successful, is you need to go ahead and research reputable brands. Most people I see getting into dropshipping now, they go up and throw up a dropshipping store that they think looks all right, and then I'll go check them out and they look like crap. I mean, they don't look like a reputable store at all. They don't look like a brand, and I would absolutely not want to buy into that brand. That's what you want right off the bat. You want to have a store experience and a brand that people want to buy into. So what I suggest doing is going on sites like myip.ms, researching a lot of the best websites in your space, in your niche. Go through, look at big brands, see what they're doing right on their e-commerce stores, everything like that. That'll first get that first initial foundation, because if you have that brand, that store, that's going to be something that's going to immediately give you that consumer trust. Research your niche. Make sure to know, the look of your niche itself. Don't be just like randomly throwing stuff up that you think looks right, because many times what the consumer likes is not exactly what you like. Make sure to actually have the proper branding materials. The first one being your name. A lot of people just go ahead and choose a name, especially with general stores. I don't want to just go ahead out and overtly call out general store owners, but a lot of the general stores I see are very, very generic names, and Facebook users are catching on to this. And I've seen many comments of many of general stores that have these kind of generic names. Many of them are essentially putting comments in talking about how this could be a scam. Look at the name, all of that. These generic names of like Trends Plus, anything like that, these generic names, people are catching on and they're not trusting as much. Make sure to choose a name that fits with your niche, fits with your brand, and is a very appealing name. Have a solid brand focus with everything you do. So this first goes with your store. Make sure to have that appealing store that really matches your brand image. Have a solid About Us page. Have an FAQ page. Make sure to have all the branding in place that people will, one, want to buy into. They want to buy into the brand story, but then two, they actually have the store actually has the stuff in place to actually have that consumer trust. Make sure to actually have the proper Facebook page. A lot of these scams that I was seeing, the Facebook pages looked like absolute crap. And if anybody went to the page, they absolutely would not buy from that store. So make sure you actually devote some time to building up your Facebook page, your Instagram profile, actually putting out posts, and we've talked many times about what you should actually put on your Facebook page or your Instagram, but make sure to put out the appropriate posts that people will actually like the brand itself. For the ads, make sure to do research on the ads. Make sure to know what a proper brand ad looks like. Yes, you want to go ahead, make sure you have the proper product ads. So there's a lot of ways in which dropshippers, not just dropshippers, but e-commerce professionals will actually design their ads, but go ahead and research even the really, really big brands. So with REI, go to their Facebook page, look for page transparency, look at their ads, look at what they're doing. Now with these big brands, especially when starting out, you might not be able to do the exact same thing because they do have that brand name, that brand recognition. So they're going to be able to employ other techniques than just a drop shipping store, but it's definitely something to look at for inspiration. And here's a big tip right here that I see many drop shippers not doing. Make sure to engage with the comments on your ads. If you engage with the comments on your ads, one is immediately going to give you a lot of trust for the product itself and for your brand itself. It's going to give you a lot of trust for the consumers, the customers to actually go through and check out your store and then buy from your store. But then two, many sales can actually come from you actually just engaging with that specific consumer themselves, whether it's you giving them a 10% discount, whether it's you being funny with them in an appropriate way, funny with them, and building up rapport that they want to buy into your brand. Whatever it is, engaging with comments can lead to many sales and really drive down your cost per conversion. The next point I have is to do proper supplier and product research. Many times I see people will do the product research, they'll skip supplier research. So we'll do the product research to find out what product would sell, but then they just go ahead and throw it up on their store, start selling it, and then the product ends up being a piece of crap. And now they've got a ton of negative feedback. People are reporting their ads, and their store can be essentially done because they sold a bad product. You need to do your product research to make sure not only does the product have a lot of potential to sell, and sell with Facebook marketing or Google ads or whatever you're using, but that it's actually a good product. This is if you haven't ordered the product before you actually start selling it. That's one thing that I've talked about lately, is when you should actually order your own products to do your own actual, like holding the product in your hand and take your own pictures, all of that. We've talked a lot about that in the past. But if you're just going to go ahead and start selling the product without actually touching the product for yourself, you need to do that product research. And before you even get to product research, one thing that I do that a lot of people don't do is I do supplier research. I make sure to go ahead and find the best suppliers, quality suppliers, because one thing I hear a lot about is people are saying everything on AliExpress is crap. That's not true. It's just like Amazon. There's a lot of great products on Amazon, and there's a lot of really bad products on Amazon. Same thing goes with AliExpress. You need to go ahead and find those really good suppliers, and with them will come great products, will come great shipping times, all of that. The whole point here is make sure to actually do your proper supplier and product research. And if you want me to do a whole video on how I do supplier research, I can definitely do that. Leave a comment down below and I can definitely get to making one of those videos. And then finally, how to not seem like a scam is to do your customer service right. A lot of people don't know how to do proper customer service, and it leads to a lot of chargebacks, a lot of refunds, a lot of PayPal disputes, and this will really hurt your business and can even destroy your business. A lot of times customer service can be pretty common sense, but for some people, they just don't know how to do it, don't know how to really get in the customer's shoes, all of that. Make sure to do your customer service right. And if you don't know how to do it, this is where I recommend definitely getting a VA as soon as you can that is really good at customer service, because I've seen many people essentially have a great store, great brand, they have everything in place, but they don't know how to do customer service, and it really hurts their business. But those are just some initial points I had and some tips I had to definitely not seem like a scam, and not only not seem like a scam, but actually have success despite all these scams going around. Now, with that being said, it'll be interesting to see in the future how much of an effect all these scams now coming out are going to have on not just dropshippers, but any e-commerce sellers as a whole, at least with Facebook advertising. But for right now, I haven't seen it really affect my brands at all. I haven't had any bad comments related to that at all. But that's something to definitely keep an eye out. If you start getting people thinking your store is a scam, they're leaving comments, definitely go ahead and look into that. What is it that people are losing trust of your store? You need to go ahead, find that pain point out and nail it down quick. Get rid of it, fix the problem. But this video is not meant to be a buzzkill. There's a lot of new people getting into dropshipping, having massive success with that. I've got tons of students in the Dropship Fortune program that recently have been doing 5-figure months. We've got a couple doing 6-figure months. I myself started a brand new Shopify store on April 1st, and it's already done 200,000 in sales. So a lot of people are still killing it, and more people are killing it with dropshipping. So now is a great time to get in. You just definitely need to do the right things. I see a lot of people getting into the space and they don't have that business mindset, and essentially they have no chance of success without the right foundation and the right business mindset. You need to have that, and in these generic stores and even really general stores are going to have a harder and harder time. That's why I preach all the time building out a brand and really nailing out all the branding materials right from the start. But I hope you guys found some value in this video. I know this is a bit of a different video. I've got some pretty big videos for y'all coming up soon on split testing. I've got some other videos coming up that are gonna be huge tutorials for y'all, so definitely be on the lookout for that. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment down below. Make sure to smash that like button if you haven't already. Keep grinding, y'all, and I'll see you in the next video.